the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball, put the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're rooting in the stand. Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town, of New York town. Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball, put the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town, of New York town. Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball.
What is up? What is up, Mets fans? How we doing? How's everybody doing? What is up, guys? What is up? Happy to have all you here. Another live stream tonight, 2 on the day because we hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for that. It really does mean the world to me. We're going to kick that off the only way I know how, by doing another 2+ hour live stream here tonight. So stay tuned, guys. Big stuff here tonight. Hope you all are here enjoying this. Thank you all so much for being here, guys. Shout out to all of you kindly. I really appreciate all you guys being here. Showtime indeed, Christopher. What's up, buddy? What is up? What's up, Adam? How's it going? We have some big news to announce too, guys, because I received a package from the P.O. Box today from an unbelievably kind subscriber, and I have to show you guys all of that. I'm going to do that in just a minute, and you guys are going to be jaw-dropped on just how amazing this is. Like, you guys have no idea what you're in store for about to see over the next 5 minutes. This is an amazing gift. I'm unbelievably grateful. I have to reach out to him personally again because I didn't get a chance to do it yet, as I just picked it up over the past couple hours. But I hope you're having a great day too, Frank. LG, I'm happy to have all you Mets fans as always. Please smash that like and subscribe on. Help us get to 100 likes for the first short-term goal. You guys know the drill by now. And yes, Chris, it was a tough loss. It definitely was. I'm happy to have you here, though. Trust me, I am. You know, it's not going to be as gloomy here as it was just a couple minutes ago. I'm going to try to put that behind me. Dominic, hello. What is up, buddy? Let's go Mets indeed. Thank you again, kindly, Dominic, for the package you're sending. I cannot wait for that either. So happy to have all you lovely Mets fans in here. We're going to do a great breakdown tonight on all the latest with the Mets. And yes, I do remember you, Isaac Boudreaux. What is up, my man? Happy to have you here. What's up? What is up, Frankie? What is up, everyone? How we doing? How we doing? And yes, no, we have a plenty to talk about with the Mets, with their, not just more on Trevor Bauer, we can expand more on him, but with their approach with basically other positions, some possible trade avenues. I'm going to be having a video out tomorrow in regards to a possible trade package the Mets may do. So just so you guys know now, before, you know, everyone knows about it. I know it's very frustrating, Michael. It is, but I'm gonna put that behind me now because I'm gonna focus on my Mets here. But will Bauer get a deal done tomorrow? I honestly don't know. But again, I'm so happy to have all you here. Yo, what is up, Verified Sniper? What is up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we feeling? Hope you're feeling great. Please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. As always, guys, we're gonna get rolling here over the next couple minutes. A few free agent signings. Yes, Mark Semien went on a 1-year deal to the Blue Jays. Solid deal for the Blue Jays. Made a lot of sense. Blue Jays have had a strong off seasons. Luke, do I remember you? I'm not sure. Chris Bryant coming to NY, baby. I would love that. I would love that, Cody. But Blue Jays still look like the front runner in that route. Edward, what's good? What is up, my guy? Happy to have you here. MLB Joey again. Who will make a trade first? Cubs, Pirates, or Reds? Ooh, good question. Just off of gut feeling right now, I see Cubs. Anthony, what is up, buddy? Again, shout out to Anthony. He had me on his podcast earlier today. I hope you guys tuned into that. I made that visible through my last live stream earlier. This offer was made 10 days ago by the Mets, and no other counter offers have been posted by a reporter. Looking pretty good. I agree. And guys, I hope you guys realize, guys, just in regards to what is up, guys, what is up? But again, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and if you want me to pull it up, I can get a screenshot and pull it up for you in a minute. But Trevor Bauer posted a video today, and if you look closely, if you look close enough on the background of Trevor Bauer's thumbnail, if you look closely, if you zoom in, it is Citi Field. It is, in fact, Citi Field, guys. I don't know if you picked up on that, but go on Trevor Bauer's YouTube whenever you can. Do it right now. If you're on your phone, just minimize me. Look up Trevor Bauer's YouTube as we speak if you're a Bauer fan especially. Well, yes, Citi Field is in the background. It is in the background. It is 100% Citi Field. 100%. 100%. I could see Sonny Gray and Suarez if they don't land Bauer, but I don't know if that's the case right now. Pull it up. All right. Let's go. Yeah, it's Citi Field. There's no doubt. There's literally no joke. And look, I don't know if Bauer did that because, one, he just, he kind of left that out there because he wanted us Mets fans to get hyped, or two, he's just been doing his backgrounds like he's been, and he didn't think that anyone would pick up on it. I don't know. I'm so pumped. You have no idea. But, guys, yeah, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to go on Bauer's YouTube right now, and I'm going to try to show you guys exactly what I'm discussing currently. But hype in the chat, guys. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. You know the drill by now. I'm doing a 2-hour stream. Share some love. It really would be appreciated, guys. I'm not sure you heard. It looks like you may be getting your wish. Rockies third base possibly on the move to Mount and 3-team deal. What? No. Brendan, where did you see that? Brendan, where did you see that? Do not get me hyped right now, my man. Where did you see that, Brendan? Brendan. We need a source. We need a confirmation here. Guys, highlight a comment for Brendan Burt right here, my man. You've been in all the streams. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brendan, I need to find out what that source was. Please tell me it was something reliable. Brendan, guys, find out. Guys, do some digging. You can't confirm. Brendan, what do you mean you can't confirm? Where do you find it on? Alb, I understand, but at the same time, it seems like the Mets are in fact prioritizing Bauer, so you might as well look at the upside if that's the situation. Okay, Brendan, that's fine if it's an inside guy, but do you have any source whatsoever? It's fine if you can't confirm it. Just let me know where you found it from. Oh, bruh. You hate to see it. Was really hoping for a source of some sort. Brandon, stop spamming my guy. Edward. I love those memes. No, don't attack this man. Stop it. Stop it. Look, accidents happen. I just all right, Brendan said hang on. Brendan said hang on. All right, guys, you heard the man. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Where's the what do you call it? The Jeopardy music. Like I need to play that. Okay, all right. In the meantime, while we're waiting on Brennan to give us some further information, I'm going to pull up Bauer's thumbnail from his latest video and let you guys do the deciding yourself. All right, that's what I'm going to do for you. If it's between Arenado or Bauer, Arenado and a heartbeat, Alb. No question. I like Bauer a lot, don't get me wrong, but Arenado is a different animal. Reginald with the confirmation of Bauer of the Mets. You love to see it. You probably just have as much good insight as all the insiders nowadays, because they've been fairly frustrating to say the least. All right, guys, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up and as always, guys, put some hype and likes in the chat. Help us get to 100 likes for a short-term goal here in the stream. It'll really mean a lot, guys. So happy to have all you lovely Mets fans here, though. We got a lot to talk about, and I got a huge gift to show all you guys that I received from a lovely, and I mean lovely, subscriber here at Wardy NY. I'm such a kind gentleman, and I cannot wait to show you guys. I'll be showing you that in due time once I get this Trevor Bauer photo pulled up. What do you think would it take for Arenado? That's a good question. I don't think it would be as much as maybe what the eye will originally tell you, but I would really love to know if Brendan can find out where he got this report from. Okay. What is up, guys? What is up? Happy to have all you here. Bear with me, guys. For everyone that just chimed in, I'm about to pull up nice and big for you guys a photo of Trevor Bauer's latest YouTube video, because in the thumbnail it is pretty clear as day that Citi Field is in the background, and I don't know if that's telling you anything, but guys, take another thing into account. Trevor Bauer made numerous videos regarding possible destinations this offseason. What is one team that has always been one of the bigger names to land Bauer possibly this offseason that Bauer did not make a video specifically on, saying how would he be with the Mets? I mean, how would he be? And yes, it's the Mets. I know he's made videos about Steve Cohen and Cookie Carrasco and Lindor trade, but he never formally made a video saying, what would it like to be landing with the New York Mets? He never showed a video, to my knowledge, of him reaching out to Mets fans and saying, sell me. Why should I come to Queens? If you're asking me, that may be even more of a decider as to why Bauer could land with the Mets, because they are the lone team in that situation outside the Dodgers and the Padres and the Angels that are this heavy in on him that he didn't do that with. Why wouldn't he do that with? If they're so heavy, right? Maybe it's because that they are the front runners. Maybe it's just that. But guys, bear with me. I'm gonna pull this up for you in 1 second. Hype in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button. As always, guys, we got a 2-hour stream tonight because I'm an animal. And I'm so happy to have these 3,000 subs. I really appreciate you all so much. So thank you in advance, guys. Thank you in advance. It means a lot. Okay, guys, bear with me real quick. I'm hustling, guys. Don't worry. Trying to get this photo up for you. Bear with me, guys. Putting up the Bauer photo right now. All right, guys, I know it might be a little hard for you to see, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show basically this part here, so that way you guys have a better look. Try to look closely in there on the thumbnail for Bauer. Let me know what you see. Let me know what arena you see in the background. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got Dono Hype. Dono Hype in the chat. Dono Hype in the chat. What is up? What is up? Shout out to Frank for the dono. Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate you. Happy to have you here as always. Happy to have all you lovely Mets fans here. What do you guys think of that? You will recall I was not big on Arenado. Brendan, I do recall you weren't big on Arenado. Is that which even made it more surprising that you were breaking this to me? You sent me a reliable source on Twitter? Okay. Yeah, it's a Coke sign. That's what I'm saying. It's the Coke sign. That's Citi Field. That is Citi Field. That's Citi Field. I feel very reminiscent to suggest otherwise. Oh, why would you tag me in that source, Nico? That was as big of a troll as ever. Aye. But yeah, guys, what do you think? What do you think right here from the thumbnail quick? Let me know what you think. You think that's Citi Field? Oh, no, Brendan, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, my friend. Don't go anywhere. Look, this was not a shot at you or anything. We just got excited, obviously, if we see something that could possibly be connected to the Mets. That's all. Do not leave, my friend. There's no need to do that. I did not mean to upset you or anything like that. I apologize if that came off across that way. I did not mean to. Cody, shut up. Cody, shut up right now. Don't tell him to leave or I will block you. Say one more thing, Cody. I dare you. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're not rude to people. We don't do that. Don't do it. What do you mean that's obviously Petco Park? What? How? Dale, my point exactly. He didn't come out with one of those videos. That's my point. And this thumbnail too. Come on. I'm connecting the dots. I'm looking like the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when he's like looking like this and he has the whole board behind him with all the yarn connecting to all these different destinations. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. Machado or Matt Chapman, neither. Neither of them are coming to Mets. Yeah, okay, all right. It's okay, Cody. Apology forgiven. Yeah, it's Shea State. What? I'm so excited, and he always praises the Mets. I know. It's just feeling like more and more of a reality. It really is. It really is. Gabe, I wouldn't be happy if I was a Phillies fan either. And I mean that with all due respect. Bro, that's a Mets stadium in the background. What the fuck? My point. That's Citi Field. That's Citi Field. Fuzzy, what's up, my guy? How's it going? Shout out to Fuzzy. Yes, I do stay grinding, my guy. So happy to have you here. As always, pin tweet goes to Fuzzy, of course. I hope you're doing well, bro. Congratulations on getting monetized. I saw you got monetized on your second channel, more Fuzzy. Shout out to Fuzzy. Everyone sub to Fuzzy if you haven't already. Fuzzy, if you ever consider a lower level person like myself to do a collab, please let me know, because I would gladly do something with you. Anything, literally. Even if it's just on my channel, I'd have no issue with that. Shout out to Fuzzy. Fuzzy Hype, as always, guys, put likes in the chat. Help us get to 100 likes for our first short-term goal. It would mean a lot, guys. But I have a jersey, guys, I need to show you here in a second. And a beautiful jersey. I hope Fuzzy stays for this, because I think he's going to love this jersey, honestly. Because it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. An amazing subscriber reached out to me. What's my Twitter, Fuzzy? It is Wardy NHL. Here, I'll type it right here for you. It is Wardy NHL. There you go. That's my Twitter, Fuzzy. Thank you so much. That's the name of my hockey channel. But thank you kindly, Fuzzy. I appreciate you so much. So happy to have you here, my man. Oh, sweet. Oh, awesome. So pumped. That made my night easily. Oh, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you all so much, guys. But what is up, guys? How you feeling about the Bauer situation? Again, Fuzzy, also, if you're staying here, let me know your thoughts. Hey, guys, pay attention to Wardy. Fuzzy, while you're here, though, what are your thoughts on Bauer? Where do you think he's going to land? Do you think that the Mets have a strong chance here? Do you believe the hype with Citi Field in the background and Bauer's thumbnail here? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, guys, let me know your thoughts, too, in the chat. Do you think that's Citi Field? I think that's pretty much Citi Field. Do you think that Bauer not making a video, per se, with, you know, doing a team like the Mets to possibly land there is a question of anything? Please let me know. Can't say much. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're probably holding off. I understand. Respect. I mean, you literally are friends with Trevor, which is amazing. So shout out to you, my man. You've been amazing. I love your content. I'm watching you and Giraffe Neck Mark every single day, nonstop. But yeah, no, appreciate you again for being here, my man. All right, guys. So with saying that, I'm going to take the thumbnail down momentarily because if Fuzzy stays, that'd be great too. I want to show you guys the amazing gift that I got today from a loyal subscriber. I think you guys are going to like this. All right, guys. So I received a package today through my P.O. Box, guys, and I wasn't thinking much of it. I was told that to check out my P.O. Box from a subscriber. So I go in it, I grab the package, and I read this here, and it says the following. Let's see here. Enjoy LFGM Joe Roby. Okay, shout out to Joe, my man. I have to email you. I cannot begin to thank you enough. But guys, look. Just take a moment, guys, and look at this jersey. Oh, thank you so much, Fuzzy. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to talk to you, my man. Have a great night, buddy. Thank you so much again. Guys, take a look at this jersey. Take a look at this jersey. Do you guys realize what jersey this is? Please let me know if you realize what jersey this is, guys. Look at this. Look at what I received in the mail today. Look at what I received. Shout out to Joe Roby. I'm going to probably show this off again in my next video. But do you guys realize what jersey this is? Do you guys realize what jersey this is? Please let me know if you realize what jersey this is, guys. I'm still baffled that I have this in my hands right now. An amazing subscriber, an amazing person in Joe Roby literally sent me a Mookie Wilson and a Buckner combined jersey, autographed, official autograph, guys. This is legit. This is literally legit. Like, are you joking? Like, are you seriously joking right now? I'm baffled beyond belief. Look, guys, it's signed and everything. It's signed by Mookie and Buckner. Like, that is like, I'm literally at a loss for words. Look at that. Look at that. Literally insane. Literally insane. Put hype in the chat, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button as always. But look at this shirt. It is literally insane. I'm jaw dropped. I'm absolutely jaw dropped right now. Like, are you kidding me? Like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, dude, come on. Stop it. Stop it. Holy W. I know, Rip Buck indeed. This is like, I cannot begin to thank Joe enough. I'm going to probably show this again in my next video so you guys see it in better detail, like as an intro as part of my video. But again, I'm just at a loss for words. I looked these up. Like, these obviously isn't cheap either. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is by far the biggest thing to memorabilia I currently have now. I'm going to hopefully get a nice box for it to frame on the wall behind me. That way it can show the signatures, especially between Buckner and Wilson. But just such an amazing jersey. Such an amazing jersey. Literally one of, if not the most iconic moment in all Mets history. And the fact that this thing is signed, like, this is legit. This is legit. Absolutely legit. I cannot thank Joe enough. I'm going to show it again for a couple more people that haven't seen it. I hit the lottery. I know. Joe told me, I want to say a week or two ago, I think it was even in a live stream, that, you know, would I be interested in him giving this to me? And I said yes, but I honestly did not think that this is exactly what was going to happen. Like, I'm honestly at a loss for words of just how amazing this thing is. I need to frame it. I'm going to frame it. You guys know how I know, especially you guys that actually were able to witness the 86 World Series and everything, have probably a bigger appreciation than I do. But just look at it. It's actually, like, it's literally signed. It's literally signed by both Buckner and Mookie. Like, are you kidding me? Like, again, just amazing. 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 I'm just, I got I don't know what else to say. Amazing. Shout out to Joe again, Joe Roby, LFGM, indeed, buddy. I gotta email him, and I will do that literally probably as soon as this is done live and streaming. Hope you guys enjoyed that jersey though, and now we can start getting on to obviously off-season talk, because again, I'm gonna frame that, and it's gonna be in every single video. Don't you guys worry. Don't you guys worry. Trust me, it's gonna be everywhere. Stop touching it, Michael. Michael, don't worry, Michael. I'm never gonna get rid of that thing. First of all, it's okay if I touch it. Trust me, that thing will be with me till the day I die. Such a kind gift. I cannot begin to thank him enough. Oh my, you were there, Elliot. That's insane. Absolutely insane. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please put hype in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Help us get to 150 likes. Shout out to Fuzzy again, the man, for stopping by in tonight's stream again. That was amazing. And all right, guys, now let's take a look at the Mets offseason, shall we? Because there's a lot going on with Trevor Bauer. It smells like royalty. It really does. It really does. It really does. I'm not even joking. Like, it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I'm just still at a loss for words. Do I have Instagram? No, I don't. Jose Ramirez. Is that the Jose Ramirez? I don't think so. But Jose, yeah, no, I don't. I use Twitter at Wordy NHL. So the same thing as my normal, name at Wordy NYM, but just Wordy NHL for my hockey channel name, which is for National Hockey League. But again, so happy to have all you in here. It really does mean a lot, guys. Have you considered doing live call-ins? Probably eventually, Andrew. Not yet, because I have to just get stuff set up for that, but I would love to do that eventually. Definitely something I consider. Rip Buck, indeed. I know. Buckner is such a sport, too, for actually, being open and willing to do all those things. It's such an awesome thing. But again, so happy to have all you guys here. Now we're going to be getting on to basically what has been going on with the Mets. All right, so Trevor Bauer, as we know, is he going to land with the New York Mets? It seems like there's a very strong chance. I'm not going to bet on it because my gut feeling has only meant so much between Springer and Hand. Who knows? But I do think that there's a strong chance for the Mets. That is for sure. And to see between the thumbnail and Trevor Bauer's latest video, and between also not seeing a video of Bauer doing anything regarding the Mets as if he should land there, it kind of feels like things are more connected that way. The Mets have the most passionate fans ever. Oh, absolutely, Reginald. Absolutely. There's no doubting that. And I'm saying that with no bias, honestly. Philip, I debated on it, but I much rather have things currently on the channel as they are. This is kind of my podcast too. What do you think the Mets get, either Bryant, Suarez, or Arenado? If you think the Mets will get one of them, who do you think they will get one of those three? I mean, as of right now, I would kind of say Suarez just because that is the latest player they've been connected to of the three. But I mean, my guess is just as good as yours currently. Can I see your chats? I can see your chats, Michael. What made the change? What do you mean, Dean? All you're missing is an autographed parachute from Game 7. Seriously. No, I'm beyond grateful for that. Can you pull up the thumbnail again? Zoom to scoreboard. I can pull up the thumbnail. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay. Here, guys, look at the thumbnail. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, guys. I know Bauer has other fields in his thumbnails. I'm aware. But just the fact that the latest one too is City Field is like, makes you wonder why. Garrett, I'm looking forward to it. That's funny. Nico, stop with the fake news or I'm gonna block you on Twitter, bro. Stop it. You guys are funny, though. You guys are really, really funny. Yo. Alright, guys. So I guess I'll have something in the works with Fuzzy sooner than later. So if that happens, I'll let you know, guys. Big moves being made. You okay with losing Noah by Scion Bauer? Can't have both next year. Joey, I don't know what makes you believe they simply can't have both next year. I'm not going to buy that, per se. Again, the Mets probably feel comfortable going over the threshold, it would seem. Alright, guys, just so you know, Colton Wong's market is heating up, and the Mets are not among the teams interested in him, reportedly. So, just for the people that were interested in Kevin Wong, doesn't seem like he's an option. I have considered a podcast too, Matt, but I devote so much time in this channel as it is. I much rather just put all my baseball thoughts currently, with this channel. That's why. I was debating between doing a channel or a podcast. I'm glad I picked a channel because look, it's been so much fun. That's 100% safe field. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's 100% safe field. But I'm going to take it down now just because it's covering up a little bit too much of the screen here. But I hope you guys understand my point here. And as always, guys, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Help us go to 150 likes. Really mean a lot, guys. All right, question is, if Trevor Bauer does sign with us, do I buy a jersey for him to leave in 2 years? I mean, Cody, hey, look, if the Mets have deep runs in those 2 years, it might be worth your while, right? Would love to work on you something if we could chat. I don't have Twitter. Okay, Jose. My next suggestion would be then, Jose, to then comment on one of my community posts on my YouTube, and then we can try to exchange like emails or something from there. Okay. What's the deal with center field? Okay, great question. So the Mets, as we know, definitely look like that they are. It could be trolling for Bauer. I agree. It very well could. Bro, Nico, I'm blocking you, bro. No, capping is done. Okay, now you're saying you don't think it's safe. All right, I'll worry about that later. Regardless, it feels like it's safe field to me. Regardless, however, in regards to the center field position for the Mets, they're still addressing things. They're still interested in JBJ, but as Andy Martino reported earlier, and something that I was under the firm assumption that, you know, it seems to me that the Mets will get JBJ, but he still might be a fallback option. I don't think he's their priority. I never really thought that JBJ was their full priority either, considering he is a lefty, and that is something that Sandy Alderson stated how they would prefer a righty in the outfield. So take that into account, guys. Why is Bauer all of a sudden our top free agent target? What do you mean why? He's the best free agent currently out there on the market, especially for pitching. That's why. Will Degrom get upset if Bauer gets paid higher? I'm sure he wouldn't, James. All Degrom wants to do is win. Bringing Bauer is going to help you get there. Mets just trade for Bo Bichette. How does that make any sense, Elvis? How does that make literally any sense? I'm not even going to entertain it. What other center field options are there? Well, I mean, I think we can all agree other center field options include the following. Some reportedly connected with the Mets, others aren't. Albert Almora Jr., Kevin Kiermaier, Lorenzo Cain, and Kevin Pillar. Those four are the other ones I would say are a possibility. Honest opinion, do you see Braves getting a third baseman in a trade such as Ramirez, Chapman, or Arenado? It looks like that they are pushing for a third baseman, but something tells me if it's not Ramirez, it might be Chris Bryant as part of those rumors, because Bryant's been in the rumor mill a lot lately with not just the Mets and the Jays, but the Braves could be sneaking in there too. So wouldn't surprise me. Jays might be getting... Paxton makes so much sense for the Jays. That doesn't surprise me. Big Maple in Toronto makes a lot of sense. The Mets do Bauer possible trade dump to move money around. I could see them moving Steven Matz' contract right away. That's already been a belief, at least. He might be trolling to an extent, Dale. But at the same time, another hint just to throw out there as a hypothetical is that it's okay, Sam, happy to have you here, buddy. Another hint is that the Bauer hasn't made videos saying that, oh, what if I land with the what if I land with the Mets versus how he's done it with the Angels, the Dodgers, the Padres, you know? Why hasn't he done it with the Mets? It almost makes you wonder that the Mets could very well be the front runners all along as a reason why they didn't. All right, my Twitter is Wardy NHL, so the same thing as Wardy NYM, just NHL for a National Hockey League. Mets should make a play to trade for Ramirez. I would love for the Mets to make a play for Ramirez. I just don't know if they're actually in the market for him right now. Who takes Mats? You have to think maybe Toronto's an option because the Mets were trying to make a deal happen with Mats to Toronto, but it fell through before they were able to sign him to that $5 million extension. Okay, let's see. Ethan, shut up or I'm literally getting you out of the chat, bro. I don't have time for your nonsense. All you with your nonsense. Watch Trevor Bauer be watching this video. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, well, thank you for the follow, Jose. I appreciate that, buddy. You know, if you wanted to talk to me about anything one-on-one, just DM me. All right, guys. All right, I got plenty of you answering. That's fine. Isn't it ridiculous Bauer's waiting for 250 mil for the Dodgers? I think it's more ridiculous that you're under that belief, Josh. Do you think Ozuna is re-signed with the Braves? It all depends on the DH. I think it all depends on the DH, honestly. I think Ozuna's chances may have gone slimmer back with the Braves because of this uncertainty with the DH and it being more than likely not happening in the NL, as unfortunate as it is. Hayden, what's up, buddy? How will the Mets manage next year's luxury tax with not having excited? Well, if they go over, they go over. The Mets can handle the penalty if they go over the luxury tax threshold, which is something not everyone tends to understand. Logan, thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate that, buddy. Happy to have you here. Let's see. A starting rotation with nothing but righties isn't good, though. Well, you're forgetting David Peterson, Sam. And then when Thor's back, you can figure out what you want to do at that point. Could the Mets afford to sign Barron, extend Lindor, and Conforto? Yes, I do believe that they can. I don't think the threshold is as much of an issue for them as a lot of other people are making it out to be. Personally. Because if they're going to land Bauer, they're clearly going over the threshold, and they're still not done this offseason. So we're okay with Bauer's social media antics, especially after... I don't think Bauer's social media platform is enough to justify not going after him. That is my belief. I think if the Mets do something like that, then that's a poor sense of judgment when they're trying to address this team. If they're trying to make a big splash, Bauer is a great player. You know, most people that don't like Bauer don't necessarily agree with him as a person. I don't agree with everything he's done. I don't think that he's been the kindest person per se with all of his decisions. He's made mistakes in his life. But do I think the Mets should prevent themselves from going after him because of that? Hell no. I think it's a joke if they would, personally. Yes, Kevin, I do. Oh, thank you so much, James. I appreciate that. Love this channel. How about Steven Matz go for a center fielder in a trade? I mean, Matz wouldn't be the centerpiece, though, if that's the case. Unless you're just adding depth at center field, like not a starter. Watch Mets win Scion next year with a different team. Mets luck. That's okay. That's okay, because the Mets are still going to be in a great spot regardless. Frank, have a good night, buddy. Happy to have you here. Super, that's a fair argument. That's a fair issue to have if you believe that Bauer's too much of a risk. And that's the thing where if the Mets do land Bauer, then all we can hope for as Mets fans is that things go well. You know, that's all we can hope for. The last thing I'm going to do is hang my head because of some, you know, controversy or, you know, his inconsistencies in previous years. I would be very welcoming to Bauer landing in Queens. Do you think the Mets have an ace up their sleeve in the form of a blockbuster trade? I do, Samir, and I think the Bauer talks are heavily dictating what kind of blockbuster that is per se. Honestly, I think the Mets are not done in the trade market. And Brooklyn Mets, I agree. I think Suarez will make a lot of sense. If we could find a way to get Castillo, that'd be great, but it seems like a pipe dream right now. How many videos do I post a week, Christopher? I don't know. I don't keep track. Daily posts usually, though. Bronny Mauricio isn't rated in the top 10 shortstops prospects. That's okay, Matthew. I'm happy to see that Brett Beatty was ranked 7th among all of the MLB prospects. Do you think that since literally be fine with Bauer like 3 years, 300 million, just to see his blogs at Citi Field with all my favorite players? There's more to it than just him blogging and stuff. I mean, here's the thing. You say lefty issues resolved if they push Matz to the bullpen, but what are you doing with Lucchesi? The Mets are probably doing a similar thing with Lucchesi. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you. I want to tell you. Joey Lucchesi, the new New York Met, his mother, Michelle, followed me on Twitter today. I thought that was pretty dope. I don't know if she saw my live stream that I did at Lucchese and figured, okay, I'm going to follow him as I was speaking good things about Lucchese or whatever, but I thought that was very cool. She followed me on Twitter earlier today. A pleasant surprise. Today's been filled with plenty of surprises. Elliot, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. I really appreciate that. And yeah, no, maybe we can get something done eventually. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you kindly. D to play second or third, depends where he's going. Mets should trade for Trout. Yes, the Mets should trade for everyone while they're at it, right? Beta ranked 7th, didn't know that. Yeah, he was ranked 7th in all the MLB among his prospects today. How about this crosstown trade? Trade Matz or Familia for Gardner? Well, Gardner's a free agent currently. He needs to get re-signed first. LGM indeed, Super Mantra. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. What do you think of a trade for Bryant? I would love Byron Buxton. It just seems it's an unlikely scenario. That's why my video on him was a hypothetical. You know, I would love it. I would be all for it, but you know, that's one thing where I would hope to see some steam pick up there, but nothing as of late. With Scion going to Toronto, Mets should be front runners for Bryant in a trade. I mean, possibly, but you're not. I'm trying to think. That's a fair point. I'm actually glad you said that, because with Scion in Toronto, I'm trying to remember how they had things set up. Who's going to be playing third right now? Are the Mets the front runners for Bryant? I can't deny nor confirm that at this point in time. I have not seen reports to suggest that they full on are. I have seen some rumor reports, however, to suggest that they're one of, along with the Jays. But that was a very hypothetical statement when it gave. Let's give Wardy a big... Oh, thank you so much, Frank. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, we're only 20 likes away from 150. So please smash that like and subscribe button. As always, Mets fans, and if you're new to the channel especially, you'll literally say that first. Everything Sports, what did you say, my man? What did you say? I apologize if again, I'm going to miss people's chats. That's natural in this. How do I feel about shorting minor league baseball teams? We only have 4 teams left, and a lot of players lost jobs. I mean, I'm definitely not in favor of what's been happening with the minor leagues. It sucks. A lot of guys are losing jobs. Lucchese about to tear it up on my mother. Jared Kelenic would be nice right about now. I agree, but he's in the past, unfortunately. I particularly don't want Bauer, but for all Mets fans' sanity, I hope something happens this week. I'm hoping for a blockbuster trade. Fingers crossed. You and I both have. Awesome jersey. Do you have any problems with Bradley playing the deepest center field in baseball? And what was his team's ERA when he played? I have no idea. Well, I mean, I would not be against Bradley because he's a gold glover, a great glove out there. The Red Sox have been up and down with their ERA, but it's definitely not because of him. Bradley would definitely be a huge upgrade in defense. There's no doubting that. Did you see what Baseball Hut was doing on his live stream? I have no clue. I have literally no clue. What was he doing? What about trading for Josh Donaldson? Twins are not getting rid of Donaldson. Your thoughts on free agent decision tonight? What do you mean free? Like the decisions? My thoughts on, well, one, we saw Simmons go to Twins, which gives Twins great depth up the middle. You don't just have a great up the middle on defense and the infield, but the outfield between him and Buxton. That's nasty. In regards to Scion, I like that for Toronto. If anything, that does help the Mets' chances at Bryant, should they go down that route. But again, only time will tell. So yeah, no, good solid signings. Freddie Galvis goes to the Orioles today. Solid sign for them. And then JT Realmuto, as we know, signs a $115 million deal of over 5 years with the Phillies, as I figured. I'm glad he stayed with the Phillies and didn't go to the Braves, honestly. Ramirez would be awesome. He would be more costly than Lindor though because of his contract situation. He has 2 years left, I believe. So he would probably be more costly. Crew Mets players that have potential to be a Hall of Famer: Francisco Lindor, Jacob Degrom, Pete Alonso if he has a very consistent career as being a dominant slugger in the MLB. What would our rotation be and what spots for each player? Well, currently, without Bauer in the mix, the rotation is looking as follows. Degrom at first. At second, in the rotation, you probably have Stroman. Third, you have Carrasco. Fourth, you have David Peterson. And fifth, you would have Mats. My memory's not mistaken. And then Thor, when he's back, one of Mats. Mats would probably be kicked out at that point. Lucchesi could very well find himself slot in. But again, I think that's subject to change, especially if Bauer comes in the picture. I think the Mets are going to add one more piece regardless if it's Bauer or through a trade. So Jeff McNeil does have the chance if he can possibly become an MVP one day. And don't even get me started on the Hall of Fame. The fact that no one got in the Hall today was a freaking joke. An absolute joke. You ever thought about a deal for Ramon Laureano? I have. But the Mets, just, there has been no reports to indicate that the Mets would be targeting him. The only connection there is with Sandy Alderson during his time in the regime for the A's over the past couple of years. Should the Mets fans be mad since Real Muto? No, they shouldn't, because Real Muto wasn't looking at the market the same way when the Mets were going after him. And the Mets couldn't wait all offseason to try to narrow down Real Muto. No, it was fine. It made sense. Grichuk, Benintendi. Grichuk possibly in the Mats deal, if anything. Benintendi, not happening. Benintendi's corner outfielder, lefty, not happening. Yes, Luke, I agree. You think Rockies are interested in Mats or Familia? Probably not a whole lot, honestly. I bet they would be a lot more interested in guys like JD Davis, Dom Smith, Brandon Nimmo. Do I think David Wright's a Hall of Famer? Not a first ballot. I would love to see David in the Hall. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get there. I think he'll get there through a committee or something. Biasly speaking, yes, I do think he's a Hall of Famer. He was on the right track, but injuries derailed him. Is Bonds a Hall of Famer? Is the sky blue would be my answer to that. In all seriousness, would you rather the Mets have a different team name? No, not at all. I love the Mets. I'm not against the Metropolitans at all. It's simple. I roll with it. Do you think that Trey Brennan was talking about this trade that is supposedly a race set up to get rid of Mats? If we said possibly, again, I don't know. I have a feeling that hopefully we find out about Bauer within the coming days before February. By that time, if that's the case, regardless if Bauer signs or not, I would expect the Mets to make some type of trade shortly after. Could be similar to a Padres situation where they do multiple things in one day. Who's not a Hall of Famer? Oh, I don't want to break down too much into that, Michael, just because I don't have the list in front of me, and that's not what the motive is for tonight's stream. But I think a lot of the guys are Hall of Fame worthy that didn't make the Hall of Fame tonight. Yes, Frank. Yes, hype as always. The New York Wardies. That's a name. I like that name. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, if we're not putting Bonds in the Hall of Fame because he cheated, then we might as well not have a Hall of Fame. The amount of guys that are in the Hall that have already cheated, and Bonds was amazing before he started using roids. That resume itself is enough, if you ask me. Jeff McNeil got kind of buff. Oh, I know. McNeil's been getting bigger the past couple years. When Thor comes back, and if the Mets sign Trevor Bauer, where do you think the Mets should place Thor in that amazing rotation? You know, great question. It all depends on if the Mets are going to use him full force or limited innings first. But I really don't think it means too much where you have Thor in that rotation. That's the beauty of it. And regardless of how DeGrom's going to be your number one. After that, you can kind of just roll with things as you feel is best fit. You know, Thor as like, you know, the third starter would be great. If you can put him back in second, cool. But like, again, it really doesn't matter where he is if you ask me, because it's just going to be so deadly. Do you think the Mets should bring back the Black Union? Absolutely. Why else am I wearing this outfit, right? I think the Mets are going to bring back the Black Unions. Do you think Mike Piazza did steroids? Well, he openly said that he toyed with it early in his career, but then he stopped because he came to a realization that it wasn't really helping him, like with actually bulking up or anything. Like before his time with the Mets. All right, guys. All right. But not to stay on track, guys. I just want to add, all right, because I know you guys got questions. Mets get Matt Chapman, Ramon Laureano for JD Davis, Mats, Mark Vinios. Do I make the trade? Yes, but the A's don't even pick up the phone. Come on. Let's be real here. The A's aren't stupid. They're a very well-run organization. They are not doing that trade. Tyler, if you think you love the Mets, if he was around in the 80s and Amazings. You know, I was not around the 80s, obviously. Okay, so getting on now to the Mets and their option. And as always, guys, if you're new to the channel, you're a dire Mets fan like me, you know the drill. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Help us get to 200 likes, guys. It really mean a lot. That's our next short-term goal here. Look, I know I saw Pete's Twitter. Trust me. I saw his shoes. You know, I think what is going to happen next for the Mets is there's something. I have a feeling that before February, or maybe even on February 1st, but hopefully before February, we have an answer on Bauer. And then after Bauer, we're going to find out further results. The Mets, as we know, they want to add Bauer, but they also want to address other parts of this lineup. They want to still add an outfielder. They still want to go after a third baseman, I would imagine. They probably still want a lefty in that bullpen. Justin Wilson may very well be an option still. So the Mets have a lot of options still. They are not done this offseason. And again, for everyone hearing it in the back, trust me, if the Mets land Trevor Bauer, they are still going to make moves this offseason, and they will go past the luxury tax threshold more than likely, unless they're somehow able to free up enough salary in trades, but I don't think that they will be able to. And if the Mets do not go after Bauer, they're still going to make moves. Regardless, they are not going to be done after Bauer. I feel pretty confident in that. Again, that's just my gut feeling. My gut feeling only means literally so much, but take it as you will. Thor to bullpen and trade Diaz. Christopher, two things that are not going to happen, my friend. What's your favorite basketball team? Mine is the Knicks also, Michael. Nice. Are the Knicks still up, by the way? I know that that Austin Rivers was going off through the first quarter. What's the biggest impact that Cohen made to make the fans like the Mets more? Well, just everything. It's a complete culture change. It's between the money, actually being a diehard Mets fan, interacting with the fans on Twitter all the time. Like it's just a complete 180 than what the previous regime of the Wilpons was. It actually gives hope to the Mets, knowing that they're actually going to act like a big market team. They're actually going to spend money. It's a great feeling. How awesome would it be if Francisco Lindor be in the cover of a baseball video game and the Mets? Oh my God, him on the cover of MLB The Show. Sign me up. That would be something. If y'all didn't trade Kalanick, he could be the missing outfield piece. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter now. Okay, Knicks are up by like 4. Okay. Can you repeat the trade Brendan was talking about earlier? He was under the belief that there's a rumor going around of a 3-team deal involving the Mets for Arenado. Again, that's a very small rumor. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, literally little to nothing, until, you know, anything solidifies, if at all. Yeah, people don't seem to realize that the Mets have more money that they're working with than the Yankees, and will for the foreseeable future. Yankees fans might not realize that yet, but they will soon enough. They will soon enough. By the way, I posted the Bauer thumbnail thing on Mets Reddit, and one guy is convinced that that wasn't safe field. Well, of course, there are some people that are under the belief that's not safe field. I am under the belief that it is. But again, maybe later tonight, I'll pull up safe field next to it. I have read that people have pulled up next to it, however, and see all the similarities. Let's see. Hey man, what's up? What's up, Dillman? What's up, buddy? Mets offseason was an A+ with Lindor, etc., but it's left as it is. Will be a C-. Smith and Nimmo definitely awful. What do you mean, Victor? Smith and Nimmo definitely awful. I mean, defensively, yeah, they're not great, but they're still amazing players. How do you think JBJ will sign for $12 million per year? How much do I think? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what his asking price is going to be. You know, again, with the Mets and JBJ, I think JBJ is a strong possibility, but I don't think he's their top priority. I never thought that JBJ was their number one guy. Mets record with Bauer, I don't see that happening. I mean, if you're talking about record deal at least. Oh, I get what you're saying now. Mets record if Bauer's in the rotation. Well, if the Mets land Bauer, I would still assume that they would do other things this offseason. So I could see the Mets pushing between 90 and 95 for sure. He photoshopped it to hide some ads on the stadium. I know. You can tell he did, Matthew. No problem, Adam. Have a great night, buddy. So happy to have you here. What would the Mets need to give up to get Bryant? In my personal belief, the Mets would be in a very similar situation, similar to Lindor. Or maybe it's a Bryant and a Hendricks. You know, just as a hypothetical, right? Because I know that's what's been going on with the Jays. I would imagine that J.D. Davis would be gone because he would fill the third base need for the Cubs right away. Brandon Nimmo would make a lot of sense for the Cubs because they need on-base guys. Their on-base guys have not been good. Chris Bryant, Javi Baez, and Anthony Rizzo have both had lower on-base percentages the past handful of years. What is Brandon Nimmo known for? On base. I think he would thrive in Wrigley. Not that I want him to. I'm just saying I could see him being dealt in that type of trade, and an out of top 10 prospect hopefully should get it done. If they need it, if they're able to possibly throw in Steven Matz in there or something along that nature, you do it. But again, I don't think the Mets would have to give up a haul bigger than Lindor by any stretch of the imagination to land Bryant. What time are you going to end the stream? I don't know, Christopher. I really don't know. If I had to make an assumption, maybe around midnight my time, so still over an hour away. Mets record with Bauer is 162-0 until Diaz comes back into the game. That's questionable. That's fine. I like Dom Smith, but we kind of have to trade him. I don't think we have to trade him, but they're in a tougher situation where it might become more of a likelihood if they don't have the DH. Yes, Sports Rewinds, I do remember you. Happy to have you back, buddy. We do need bullpen, Michael. I agree. And don't worry, the Mets are still going to address the bullpen this offseason. I think they're going to get a lefty. If the Mets don't get the World Series, I don't think he's going to fire everyone now. I think he's going to be responsible. If he part ways with anyone, it'll be specific people for good reason, not just because they didn't win, Especially if they make it as far as the dance and don't win. You can't fire people like that. You know how hard it is to win a World Series? You know how freaking hard it is to win a World Series, guys? 162 game season, and then you have playoffs? It's insane. When do you think a Lindor deal gets done by? Hopefully done before the start of the season. That's as much clarity as I can give you. Hopefully before spring training or during spring training. That'd be great. Please make a video about this tomorrow. Do five dream Mets trade scenarios that would never happen. We'll make a cool video. That's a possibility, but at the same time, I don't like jinxing stuff. Maybe that's something I'll consider eventually. I'll keep that in the back of my head. Because I already have a different video topic as a trade package proposal for tomorrow, so don't you guys worry. How many games do you think the Mets will win this year? All depends on how the rest of the offseason shapes up. Are you concerned with Bauer's social media history? No, not at all, Reese. Not at all. The only people concerned with Bauer's social media history are the people in the media that don't like him for his social media personality, because that's literally it. That's just noise. Andre, I'm great, buddy, and you're at work. I hope work is doing well, bro. You do security, so I'll be watching you until you sign off. Awesome, Andre. Happy to have you here, buddy. Hope work is doing well. Make sure you're securing the facility, whatever you're doing. I know Sports Rewinds, you're too kind. Thank you so much. Bryant over Arenado any and every day. What? Hell no, my friend. Hell no. No. Arenado over Bryant any day of the week. Granted, I would love either of them, but if I was choosing, if I had the option between the two, it's Arenado. It's not even, you don't even second guess it. Arenado is the best glove out there. He's literally the best third baseman the MLB has ever seen since Mike Schmidt. It should not be a debate, even with his contract. Did I see the leak about Bauer making a song with his buddy in high school? No. Am I sure? Is it offensive or something? Possibly. Again, it is what it is. Why am I going to pin someone all on their past stuff? Everyone makes mistakes. I'm not perfect. If everyone knew everything about my past, everyone would cancel me, right? Because I'm not perfect. What are your thoughts on Luis Rojas as manager? I'm fine with it for this upcoming year. He has a lot to prove, but he's going to have a much better team to work around. What will it take to land Josh Hader from the Brewers? Probably a decent amount, John. I'm glad you brought him up. Hint, hint, I might be talking about him very soon in the video. So stay tuned for that. You have the best Mets YouTube channel. I like listening to you. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, buddy. Again, I really do appreciate all you lovely Mets fans here. And as always, if you are new to the channel for whatever reason, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Really mean a lot, guys. Help us get 200 likes. And please help us try to get to 3.5K subscribers. That is the next sub goal, obviously, before we can get a 4K. We got to start at 3.5. So thank you all again for the countless support. This has been an amazing stream. I'm loving every second of it. You guys just pump adrenaline in my veins when I'm talking about the Mets. It's such a good feeling. Okay, you can tweet at me. That's fine. I haven't seen the song. Back again. What's up, Larry? Happy to have you back again, my friend. Trade for Hader and Lorenzo Cain. Victor, stop it. Stop it. You can't let him know before I talk about it. You can't let him know. Stop it. Who is your favorite team in the AL? The White Sox. White Sox are my team. I picked them 2.5, 3 years ago. I'm really glad I picked them when I did. Give Conforto a 7-year deal, $240 million. Possibly. Conforto's going to get the bag. No doubt. Any word on Arenado? No, nothing beyond my current knowledge. No. Arenado is one of those where I would love for the Mets to get him. I just don't know if they've been going after him. Hope you have a great night too, Sports Rewinds. I really appreciate it, guys. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all are enjoying the stream. I know I am. We're going to lose Lindor. No, we're not, Billy. Don't worry. Lindor ain't going anywhere. Mets didn't trade for him if they didn't know that they could lock him up. 4 teams in on Justin Turner and a mystery team. Mets could be one of them, but right now it feels like the Mets might go down more the trade route for a third baseman than free agency. With the current roster, what will our record be? With the Mets' current roster right now, I think the Mets could push 85 to 88 wins with the current roster right now. Hey, what's going on if we sign Bauer? Can we still get JBJ? Yes, I do think that we still can. I think the Mets will go over the threshold. And Corey, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Let's go Mets indeed, buddy. All right, I'll check Twitter. Don't worry, guys. I'll go on Bleacher Report. Don't worry. All right, I'm not gonna play the song on the stream right now. I'm not gonna play the song on the stream right now just because I don't feel like it. I want to listen to the whole thing first. But no, that's funny. That's funny though. If we get Bauer, can we still get Bryant? I would assume that's still a possibility, yes, but maybe not as likely versus say going for Eugenio Suarez. Would a deal to get lefty reliever Amir Garrett be possible for the Mazins? I think so. I definitely think so. And thank you so much, Reginald, for the kind words. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, no, I think Amir Garrett is on their list, possibly as a lefty trade option. They've been connected to Reds plenty, so that would not be out of their own possibility, in my opinion. What are the chances we get Bauer, do you think? I think the Mets' chances at getting Bauer at this point in time, just my gut feeling, are over 50%, which is actually really good when you look at what my predictions have been in the past. Thank you so much, Dave. Have a great night, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Hope a deal gets done very soon too. Top 5 rapper of all time. No, that's fine, Michael. No problem, buddy. Eugenio Suarez and Gray via trade. I think that's a route the Mets may very well go down heavily if they do in fact not get Bauer. Tyler, I told all other Mets channels that the Mets didn't offer a Bauer contract. Why? How can we clear up space? Which teams can actually take Familia's contract? Familia is a tricky one. Familia is a trickier one, I will say. That one I feel more uncertain about than I do in regard Mats. I feel a team like the Jays can make a lot of sense again. I don't use Instagram now. I use like strictly Twitter. How do I feel about Simeon to the Jays? I thought that was a solid signing for the Jays. Do you think the Braves are winning the 2021 World Series? I mean, they still have more offseason moves to make, but as of right now, no, I do not think that they are winning the World Series. I hope not, at least. Yes, 170 likes. Thank you all so much. We're so close to 200 likes, guys. I really appreciate you all again. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. John Heyman tweeted. John Heyman tweeted that the Mets didn't give an offer that was the record breaking. He didn't deny the fact that the Mets made an offer though. And even if he did, I don't know how much stock I'm putting into that because Heyman has been wrong plenty this offseason, including a lot with Tomoyoki Sugano. So I'm worried about that we'd give up what we'd give up in a Reds trade. Again, you have to get to give. All we could hope for as Mets fans is that they're not giving up too much in that situation, right? Since the Mets offered Bauer weeks ago, is he not interested in joining the Mets? No, I don't think that's true at all. I've been under the belief for a while that Bauer has had a decision basically made, but he's just been weighing all of his options still in doing so. Hey, Tyler, are you going to do a live stream tomorrow? And if so, what time? I'm going to say goodnight, and for now, bye. No problem. Have a great night, Dominic. Appreciate you being here again. And I very well may live stream again, Dom. I would say more so in the evening. Probably not this late, but I wouldn't be surprised if I live stream again in the evening tomorrow. So I don't have this exact time right now. But again, I appreciate you so much, Dom. Thank you so much as always, buddy. Have a great night. Cohen will change the seats to the city. I hope so. I hope so. Cohen's going to do a lot for Citi Field. I'm really excited for it. No problem. Have a great night, Christopher. Appreciate you being here, especially if you're a Yanks fan. That takes some guts. I appreciate that, my man. Bauer is not a number one ace. You're right, he's not. That's why he wouldn't be the number one for the Mets. The Mets do have Jacob Degrom. That we know is the better pitcher. I know, Bob Nightingale was so wrong. He absolutely was. No doubt. No doubt. He literally ruined my day earlier. Would you give up Alvarez for Bryant? No, I would not. Given what you gave up for Lindor, why are you giving up a higher prospect in a Bryant trade than what you did for Francisco Lindor, who's a better player? I think Trevor Bauer has a possibility of being better than Garrett Cole. I don't buy the Garrett Cole hype whatsoever. I really don't. Garrett Cole's a really good pitcher, but I've never been all hyped on Garrett Cole like everyone else has. Especially since him being away from the Astros. Nah. He's a really good pitcher, but definitely not deserving of his contract. Will the Mets sign Trevor Bauer get you more excited than the Lindor Carrasco deal? I don't think so, Reginald, but time will tell. I mean, I was so pumped for the Lindor deal. I don't think I would get to that level, but I would be probably just as pumped. Oh, here we go with the spam. Bro, why? It's been a while. I was actually waiting for that guy to come back. Okay. Bryant is a rental player. Why even waste our time? It's like saying, why did we waste our time on Lindor? You're not trading for Bryant if you're getting him as a rental. It's common sense, guys. Come on. Do you really think the Mets would trade for a guy of that seriousness, like Lindor, for instance, and not think that they would be able to lock them up long term? Let's be real here. The Rockies are coming off as pretty desperate to trade away Arenado because they want to lock up Trevor Story, and they won't be able to keep both. Yeah, I know. The Mets have seemed like the front runners for Bauer. That's not all that surprising to me. How can I say Garrett Cole is overrated? How? What do you mean how, Michael? I don't think I'm wrong for saying that. Garrett Cole hasn't had the type of consistency that Jacob Degrom has had, for instance. Nor has Jacob Degrom been part of this scandal as well with the possible substance abuse. So, Garrett Cole's a really good pitcher, but even like Trevor Bauer, they're both overhyped. There's no doubting that. I haven't seen anything online about Bauer and the Angels. I know, and it almost makes you a little worrisome. Is that a good or a bad thing, right? So what is your top three best pitchers in baseball then? You obviously have... Give me 1 second, because I always blank when I get asked certain questions. I want to make sure I have all teams listed in front of me. Do the Mets give up a future all-star in Jimenez? I hope not, but Jimenez does have a bright future. That's for sure. Who's better, Trevor Bauer or you, Darvish? I mean, consistency-wise, you could say you, but Bauer does have age on his side, which could give him the upper hand. And now we have the spam hero who has nothing better to do, who I clearly live rent-free in his head. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, my man Luke, coming in big with doing that work as a moderator. Any chance you have a fan? Wait, any chance you have a... I didn't see this. Where is this? Any chance you have a fan going? If so, could you turn it off? I do have a fan going. I'll turn it off if you want. I just do because it gets hot in here, especially when I'm streaming for so long. I'll have it off for a little bit, then I'll probably turn it back on. Is Nimmo underrated? Nimmo is underrated, but his defensive game is way, overall. Nimmo is not a great defender. He is a great on-base machine, though. There's no doubting that. Who's my favorite Met of all time? I know that might be a little surprising, but it's actually Michael Conforto. Because when I really started following the Mets heavily over the past 5 years, Conforto was the man to me. As soon as he hit those bombs in the World Series, I've been hooked on him since. And in regards to the pitchers again, you can make the argument for Garrett Cole being in that top 3. It's not a bad argument. I would probably make the argument that your best pitchers right now are Jacob Degrom, Shane Bieber, and if it's not Garrett Cole at 3, then there are a couple names that stand out to me when you're looking at just consistency throughout their career. When on, Max Scherzer is a dominant pitcher in baseball. We know this. I would even make the argument that, like, when healthy, Soroka is one of the best pitchers in all the MLB too. You could probably say that Cole's better than him right now, especially when his injuries, but still, he's still a really good pitcher that I'm worried about personally as a Mets fan. Would I rather have Bauer or Arenado? Arenado, it's not even a question. You think we'll get Conforto back if we get Bauer? I still think that is a strong possibility. Yes, I do. And guys, we are literally just 14 likes away from 200, so please make sure to smash that like and subscribe on. As always, if you're new to the channel, it would really mean a lot, guys. And again, thank you all so much for the countless support. I hope you have been enjoying tonight's stream. I know I have. It's been a lot of fun, as always. Is it important for the Mets to hold on to Nimmo in case we get JBJ? I mean, to put him in left, I think that would be fine. I'm not against that whatsoever. But if the Mets don't have a DH in this upcoming season, then it's like, all right, what are you doing with Dom? And that's a bigger issue. The Mets signed Bauer. Do you see them making any other moves? Yes. Yes, I do. Love you too, Jared. Appreciate you, my man. And yeah, no, I do see the Mets making more moves, even if they get Bauer. I do. I think Justin Wilson could very well return back with the Mets. Maybe even a trade avenue in regards to gaining that bullpen piece. These guys gained double ban by me entire. Yes, Luke, absolutely. Luke, you're the man. Luke, quick question for you. How old are you, Luke? Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. I get out of school at 3. Will you start going live at around 3 or 5? I don't know on the exact time yet. Again, my schedule is going to depend a lot on what the Mets do tomorrow, too, if anything. So I can't give you a timer now. I apologize. But I will try to give you guys at least an hour's notice plus on when I will be live streaming next tomorrow. Do I think Conforto wants to see free agency? Absolutely not. No. Especially if the Mets are contending the way that they're about to. Why would Conforto want to leave? You think you see the Mets make moves at the deadline? Yeah, I do. The Brewers want a boatload for Josh Hader. I know. I mean, that's what's reported at least, but every time we see these reports that like let's take the Lindor trade for example, guys. No one thought the Mets would be able to make that Lindor trade happen for what they gave up. Everyone thought the Mets would have to give up more for Lindor than what they gave up. Hader could be a very similar situation. Luke's 15. Luke is 15 grinding out here right now. Shout out to Luke. I even appreciate you more. My man. That's some straight grinding. Can the Mets sign Bauer, Conforto, and Lindor? Yes, Zach. I'm not under the belief that they can't. I think that they very well will go over the tax threshold. Oh, look at these spam accounts. What's up? Who do I think's win the Super Bowl? I really hope it's the Chiefs. I can't root for Brady. Victor, what is up, buddy? The Mets get Bauer. Are we NL East and World Series favorites? I'm not going to bet on World Series. At that point, though, I would say that they're NL East favorites. Yeah, they're very close to if they're not there. The Braves are not done this offseason, though, so I am a little worried about what they might do at third base. But with how the Mets offseason may very well end, I could see them being one of the best teams in all of baseball, which is just an insane thought. We can't keep Lindor, and if one got to go. Okay, well, here's the thing, Jordan. I'm not going to say that the Mets can't do that because, again, they might be working with more money than we are just accustomed to, especially if there isn't a threshold in 2022 or one beyond what we are normally accustomed to. You know, don't say that anything is for certain that it can or can't happen. Only time will judge that. But if I personally had to pick between Lindor, Thor, and Conforto, who I would want to see go, that would crush me. I don't want to have to make that decision, but I would probably say Thor as of right now, given his inconsistencies in his career. Conforto is my favorite player on the team. He's always been. His bat has been amazing. When he's healthy, he's electric. He's an amazing, consistent hitter with the best swing in baseball. Lindor, you obviously don't get rid of Lindor. And with the Mets' depth at the rotation, if I had to pick between them, I would go Thor, but I don't want to see any of them gone whatsoever. I hope that I never have to worry about something like that. Oh, thank you so much for the dono, my friend. Permafrost, I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Give me 3 reasons to put the Mets in my top 3 favorite teams. They have a new owner that's the richest man in all baseball by far, is a diehard Mets fan, and wants both short-term and long-term success. That right there should be enough of a selling point. The Mets are making great moves this offseason. They're having an amazing team when it comes to personalities and players on the roster. And the Mets fan base is so genuine. It is honestly so different than the Yankees fan base, as we know. There aren't bandwagon Mets fans. If there are bandwagon Mets fans right now, it's someone like you, for instance, Diego. And, you know, and I don't mean that as an insult, it's just the truth. There are a lot of people starting to hop on the bandwagon, but all the main Mets fans are diehards that have been through hell and back with this team. So they are true fans. There is no cutting corners. There is no BS. If you're a Mets fan, you're in it for it all. And there isn't anything better than that. Mothman, I really hope we are. I don't know exactly how close the Mets are to Bauer, but they do look like the front runners, many believe. Did I see Steve Cohen taking shots at hand? Oh, I know. It was freaking hysterical. Someone asked him a question, and then Cohen's reply, like, about Bernie Sanders, which is just like, okay. But then he gives a reply. He's like, you know, I think we don't have room in the closer role, or he wants to be a closer, so probably not. Like, that's the funniest shit ever. He's literally amazing. You'll volunteer for the mod squad? All right, Eric, I hear you. I hear you, Eric. On the mod squad you go. There you go. Thank you. Bleacher Report article. Trevor Bauer rumors. Mets favorites to land Scion starting pitcher. Do you want me to link in an article? No, I got it, buddy. Don't worry. I'll check out Bleacher Report. Don't worry. I'm just busy talking to all you guys. I only believe reach a little bit. No other reports right now. I mean, that's fine. Look, only time is going to tell if and when something gets solidified here. All right, guys. Will you accept Nemo for hater? 1 for 1? Ooh, tough question. If the Mets address center field, then yeah, I would consider it. You think we could take Bauer, Lindor, Conforto, and Arenado? It's like when you put that in front of me, it's like, how is that even possible? But again, I'm not going to say nothing's impossible right now. until the Mets tell me that, hey, this is the amount of money we're working with. So I think it's possible. Is it likely? That's a different story. Again, I think if the Mets don't land Bauer, they may very well go to a Gray Suarez situation if it's not too expensive for them. How do Mets keep whole core together? Look at what the Yankees did by tying themselves by... Here's the thing. The threshold looks like it's either going to push up or be gone in 2022. I think the Mets are seeing that. And the Mets also have more money than any other team in the MLB. Realize that, guys. We don't actually know the amount of money the Mets are working with. But if Steve Cohen, who is 3 times the richest owner of any other owner in the MLB, is telling of anything, that very well could be a situation where the Mets simply do have more money that they were working with year in and year out. Not acting like drunken sailors, but are able to keep all their core pieces on the roster because of just how much money they have. Do I think Thomas, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, can be solid in the bullpen? I can. He's a guy I could see in the Mets lineup this upcoming season. Joey, of course you can be a mod. And don't worry, Joey, I'm gonna be giving you a shout out too when the package comes in, and thank you kindly again for that in advance. With great powers comes great responsibility, yes. Okay, if Degrom wins the Cy Young, will the Mets try to get an extension sooner than later? I mean, he's already won back-to-back. I would imagine that they would like to extend him soon, yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut the line on mods right now. But if you ask me again in next stream, I'll reconsider everyone. I just don't want to have everyone in the chat as a mod. Then it kind of defeats the purpose. All right. Again, guys, I would definitely consider, if you guys remember, bring up the mods in tomorrow's live stream. Make sure you know tomorrow's live stream. You think Degrom and Bauer would be competing for Cy Young halfway through the season? I think it's possible, but again, you know, I would love that. There would be nothing better than that, to have 2 guys on the same roster competing for the same award. That's awesome. Super Moncho, thank you so much for the donut, my friend. We gotta believe indeed. Thank you kindly. So happy to have you here. Thank you so much by LGM Indeed. I really appreciate the donation, my friend. Yeah, I think exactly. And granted, not every mod is always going to be in every live stream too, so that's why I'm fairly generous with it. Yeah, Ethan, don't be upset. Don't be upset, Ethan. I'm sure you'll be a mod eventually. My man Worry, trying to be a mod too. Andrew, I know. Andrew, don't worry. You guys will be mods eventually, just not right now. Got 2 million in tonight's stream. Okay. Braves are looking at Trey Mancini. No, I like Mancini too. I don't want to see him go to the Braves. He's a great story coming back from cancer. I know, I saw that according to Heyman. And shout out to, I think, Nico again for tagging me that on Twitter. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I hope that's not the case, though. Oh, I do not want to see Mancini go to the Braves. Not at all. Luke, you already are it. I think that was a sarcastic comment. I miss Fuzzy. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. Fuzzy's chimed into numerous live streams here on the channel, which is really, really awesome. And I'm hoping at some point I do something with him. It seems like we might get something done, which is awesome. Ryan, I've been to a handful of Mets games. I go to Mets games in Philly more than I do Citi Field because of the distance and the price. But over the past couple of years, I've been to a handful. I mean, over the short 2020 season, I had every single Mets game bought in Philly. But I ended up not going to any because they were all canceled due to COVID. And again, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Please smash that like and subscribe button. As always, if you're new and you enjoy daily, consistent Mets content, I'm your guy. And help us get to 250 likes. It really mean a lot, guys. The goal is to try to get to 300 likes by the end of the stream. So please smash those buttons if you haven't already. It does really go a long way. It helps with the algorithm too. But I'm going to continue answering questions on your thoughts for the offseason, guys. I hope you all are enjoying it. I'll prefer to see Arenado at third, Gray on the mound, and Buxton center field over Bauer and JBJ. I agree with you, Perez, but that just unfortunately is not the likely scenario. Trust me, I'm as big of a Buxton stan as any. No, I don't live in Jersey. I live in Pennsylvania. I have been to the last 6 opening days. That's awesome, Mothman. That is sick. That's awesome. Oh, Knicks are down 16 right now. Well, good thing we're not talking about the Knicks, right? That sucks. What do you think of people like me, Mets fans who grew up in the Bronx? I commend you, Jordan, because especially, I don't know how old you are, but, you know, dealing with that rivalry right in the heart of it, that takes a lot of balls. So I give huge hats off to you. Leo, shout out to you, my man. Happy to have you here as always. Thank you so much, buddy, for being here. Conforto play third base? No. Not happening. Arenado, Grichuk, Bauer, McGee, Rosenthal. I mean, I wouldn't be against that. I don't think the Mets are going to land all of them. No. They need to land one of them first to get somewhere, right? How do you feel about Noah returning as part of Noah ain't going to the bullpen? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that Noah would even consider the bullpen. Like, let's be real. This is Noah's Syndergaard. I know that he hasn't been necessarily the Syndergaard of old, but he still has a chance to be a dominant pitcher in baseball. I don't see him being in the bullpen. The Mets lefties resolve if Mats accepts it, possibly, but the Mets also have Joey Lucchesi, in which his mom followed me on Twitter today. Shout out to, I believe, what was it, Michelle Lucchesi, follow me. So she might be, he might be, I should say, an option in the bullpen if it's not Mats. Yes, Galvis did go to the Orioles, yep. Can we trade Mats for Alfred Payton? Why do we want to put Payton on the Mets? Wardy, great job on your streams. Gotta hit the hay. No problem, buddy. No problem. Have a great night. Also, another Mets fan living in the Bronx. I'd love to see it. Thank you so much for being here, my man. Really appreciate it. Can we trade Familia for RJ Perry? Stop it. Wilson Ramos to Tigers. Is that official, Jacob? I've been a Mets fan for 15 years. Ever since I watched baseball, I've been a fan. Ken, thanks my dad for that. Now 20 and still love Mets. Awesome, Matthew. I'm basically the same route. I've been following the Mets heavily over the past 5-6 years, so. Favorite Mets memory? Oh, there's so many good ones, my man. So many good ones. Favorite Mets memory, though. I'm going to need time to think about that. There's a lot of really good ones. My first Mets game was a blowout. Oh, I fell in love with them that day. Oh, so it was a blowout in the Mets' favor. Is that what you're saying? Official Tigers? Good for Ramos. Wishing him the best with the Tigers, you know. I loved Ramos his first year, and I did not love him his second year with the Mets. It was very, you know, two-faced, if you will. It was a very different player the second year. What would a trade package for Arenado look like? In my personal opinion, I think a trade package for Arenado, just Arenado, would look like, especially if there's no DH, Dom Smith might be a possibility. I don't want to see it happen, but it might be. But taking him out of the equation, I would say that, obviously, J.D. Davis again, Brandon Nimmo, two guys that make a lot of sense. If you can part ways with Steven Matz, get rid of that contract, and or Familia, you do it, and an out of top 10 prospect. Very similar with a lot of these, but for good reason. Especially because the Rockies are backed in a corner here. What's up, Gregory? Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate that, my man. I have a feeling the Mets aren't going to consider a platoon with Lagares again, though. I read you, though. You know, it's all right if you retract it. I heard you. You know, I have a feeling that they're not going to consider a platoon with Lagares. I don't know. I think that ship has sailed. As the Mets lineup currently stands, all-stars in my mind, you got to think Jacob Degrom. You got to think possibly one of Stroman and Carrasco. Edwin Diaz, I could see very well being an all-star as long as he can continue his pace and have a strong 2021. Seth Lugo's possibility. Michael Conforto, I could see being a borderline all-star. Alonso, if he has a really strong bounce-back year. All-star Jeff McNeil. I mean, you know, there are a lot of Lindor, obviously. Like, Mets have a lot of all-star options, which is a great team. Matt, my favorite Mets memory was Steve Cohen buying the team. You'll love to see it. No problem, Michael. Thank you so much for being here, my man. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. Kellen Pillar should sign. I'm not against Pilar. I think Pilar is a solid option. I don't know why, but Cabrera bat flip always. I was thinking the same thing, Andrew. It's funny because it was just a normal regular season game against the Phillies, but damn, did that hold a lot behind it, honestly. Any Mets people to watch it in the minors or farm system? Well, obviously Mauricio, Brett Beatty, Jim Crow Armstrong, Alvarez, the catching prospect. There's some solid. The Mets still have some very solid guys in the farm system. And Matthew Allen. Being a Mets fan in the South ain't easy. Well, it's going to get easier because they're going to be successful. Don't worry. Gregory Hill. Saw you right. No, Luke, it's okay. I don't think you saw it, buddy. Bartolo's homer. Oh, yeah, that's iconic. If Amelia goes back to 2015, then the Mets bullpen would be dangerous. I agree, Matt, but it probably ain't happening. Any Mets people to watch in the... Oh, yeah, I answered that, Ray. I know you're partial to Conforto, but what do you think McNeil's numbers are going to be? I think McNeil is going to bat a cool... I think McNeil is going to bat a cool between 288 and 290. Maybe not the 300 average because he's going to have some more power. McNeil's been working on his power. Not that I necessarily love it because I would like to see the guy be more of that on-base machine. But I could see McNeil slashing right around, I would say for McNeil, a solid 23 home runs, 80 RBIs, 288 between 290 average, high on base. I was with the 7 line when Bartolo hit the home run. Oh, that's awesome. Nah, I'm very jealous of that. I would have loved to join the 7 line. Hopefully one day. I never sat in that area. Would I boo Matt Harvey? I wouldn't boo Matt Harvey, no. Would I boo any former Mets players? I mean, I literally booed plenty of times Murphy when he was with the Nationals because he just murdered us. How many homers will Alonso have? I think Alonso could very well push. I think Alonso could push upwards of 50 again. I think Alonso might finish the season just under 50. You think they are going to get rid of Mauricio? I think they could, part of a bigger deal, because of Lindor and him being locked up more than likely long term. Wouldn't surprise me. What are my thoughts about the Hall of Fame news today? I'm not happy about it. I'm really pissed off about it, to be honest with you. The fact that no one got in the Hall of Fame, give me a break. These writers clearly have no clue what they're doing. It's an absolute biased, subjective joke. They literally don't put numbers into account. All they care is about personal preference. It's a joke. An absolute joke. It's a disgrace to baseball, if you ask me, the fact that they couldn't even land one person in. Like, give me a break. Just an absolute joke. This is why we should not have specific writers like this actually being in control. When am I streaming next? Should be tomorrow in the afternoon, Sports Rewinds. Alonso going to have 69 home runs at bat 420. That's what I like to see, Elijah. That's funny. Can we give a big FU to Chase Utley? Yeah, I mean, he was never a Met, but yeah, absolutely. Gotham needs the Dark Knight. Should Bonds be a Hall of Famer? Is the sky blue? Is my answer to that. It'll always be that. It's not even a question. If we can't get a third baseman, we might have to sign Justin Turner. Possibly, but again, that's a fallback option for the Mets, I'm sure. But I don't think it's their first option. When does McNeil become a free agent? I don't know off the top of my head, but I can look it up for you, Matt. Do you only watch MLB and NHL? I do watch soccer, Luke. I'm a Juventus fan for soccer. Mets considering former Giants left-hander reliever Tom Watson, whose last contract with $3 million can get for cheap. Is that true? Is that like a report, actually? When is the MLB starting? I don't know. Looks like it might get pushed back a month. What's up, Mr. Boombastic? Happy to have you here. Italian blood, I see. Absolutely. Thoughts on the spring training Arizona issue? I'm not happy about it, Eric. That's my thoughts. MLB YouTubers should be in the Hall of Fame voters. I can agree with that. I think we have a pretty rational belief in things. Oh yeah, Schilling was literally snubbed just because of his politics. I don't care who you're in favor of politically. Do not get that involved with this type of thing. It's a joke. Doesn't matter what it is. Keep things separate, all right? Heard that Manfred pushed the Cactus League to request a delay. Wouldn't surprise me. It's Rob Manfred we're talking about here. How do you spend Bobby Bonilla Day? At this point, I'd probably spend it with a smile on my face. Same way Steve Cohen is. No issue with it now. I'm mad that the Mets missed out on George Springer. I was a little mad at first, but at the same time, the Mets have their reasoning here. And if they land Bauer, he may very well have been their priority all on. Fire David Quinn. Shut up, dude. Come on, stop it. Stop it. You know I'm not in favor of that, even with the Rangers not doing well right now. Oh, you were at the playoff game when he threw behind Utley. Nice. Do you think Cologne will sign with team, or is he's done with the MLB? If they don't sign JBJ, what's truly the Mets' next best option at center field? I mean, realistic option, like I said, next best option at that point, you're probably looking at guys like Kevin Pillar, Kevin Kiermaier, Lorenzo Cain, Almora Jr., but he's more of a depth role. People only sign during my NHL stream. I mean, that's not true. Luckily, it's not true. Not true, Luke. Because if it was, I would have stopped the streams, right? Like if Mets signed anyone. All right, Matthew, I will. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you're connected to a Mets player one way or the other. You know, I would love Buxton. He's unfortunately just not realistic. Do you think the Mets could still trade for a guy like Arenado or Bryant even if they sign Bauer? I do. I have a feeling that the Mets do have trades up their sleeves regardless if they land Bauer or not. What caused the Red Wings to go from such a great team to average to below average now? Well, it's a full rebuild. All good things come to an end, Matt. That's why. They had a long run, but they had to commit to a full rebuild. That's what they're doing now. Do I like that's such a random question, Matt Mothman, but I do like John Millian to answer your question. He makes some pretty good music. Whatever happened to Puig, he's a free agent that has interest from multiple teams. I think they should leave Bauer and try to trade for both Darvish, and they're not going to trade for Darvish. He just got traded to the Padres. What's up, Danny? Happy to have you here, buddy. I don't know how Lucchese's going to be used this year. That's a good question. It's all going to depend on how this offseason rounds out. Your next video, I like the title to say Met fans, Steve Cohen has done again. They get both JBJ and Bauer locked up. I'm sure you would like that, Robert. Probably won't be the case because I'm actually going to record my next video for tomorrow, tonight, after this live stream tonight. And I will have it up earlier in the day tomorrow. So unfortunately, I don't think that'll come to fruition, but hopefully soon, right? 2-3 innings twice a week. Joey, I'm sorry, I wasn't picking up on what you were saying. Is it make or break year for Rojas? To an extent, I would say yes, it's a make or break year. Yes, Johnny. Especially with the team that'll be around him. There won't be excuses if the Mets do heavily below than what they're supposed to. Yeah, Darvish has been with the Padres for a couple weeks now. Danny, that's fair. That's fair. I think that could be realistic for them too. The Nats looking nice this year. They are, but they won't be looking as nice as the Mets. That's the beauty of it. LGM indeed, Elliot. Then how can they afford Lindor and Bauer? They're going to go past the luxury tax threshold. They have more money than people understand. That's why. Oh, Frank with the constant hype. I really appreciate you, Frank. Thank you so much, guys. We're only 20 likes away from 250, so please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. As always, if you're new to the channel, it would really mean a lot, guys. I miss you streaming the Rangers game, Maury. Oh, it's okay, Josh. The Rangers lost anyway, so you didn't miss too much, buddy. Bauer will probably get a multi-year deal with opt-outs after every year. It could possibly, again, I don't know. It might be more than a one-year deal at this point. Do I have an NFL channel? No, I do not. No. And Louise is going to be stacked. It's going to be ridiculous. Trevor Bauer didn't go anywhere yet, Michael, but the Mets are looking like a front runner for him as of now, along with the Angels. Oh, I do like the NFL. I'm a Steelers fan. Yeah, I like the NFL. Football used to be my favorite sport when I was younger. The Mets game Baez at the trade deadline? Nah, I doubt that. I don't see that. I once got to open Mets Field and BP and meet Thor Cano. Oh, that's awesome. That is sick. I'm very jealous there. That's amazing. Wardy, how did you go so fast? I'm trying to start YouTube. I'm willing to grind, but how do you grow to the extent that you did? I mean, well, one, I appreciate that asking. I mean, it's just grinding. That's all it is. You have to be consistent. You obviously have to make content that you are passionate about and you feel that is going to resonate well with others. But that it's just a combination of all that. You know, you have to be genuine, be true to yourself, be really interested in the stuff you're discussing, and try to be good with your delivery. And John, what's up, bro? When are you doing Mets record predictions or rankings? I would say more towards the end of the offseason. I'm not interested in doing predictions and stuff like that beforehand when there's still uncertainty with rosters. Okay, Steve is in a good mood on Twitter. Something big is about to happen. I have a feeling too, John. I do too. I think so too. How did I connect with Draftneck Mark? Jordan, honestly, I reached out to him. And he was kind enough to make things work, and it looks like something is going to be happening with Fuzzy eventually. So that's really awesome too. Maybe one day you should make an NFL channel. You would definitely get a lot of subscribers. Yeah, no, I know I would. It's a balancing act, you know. Maybe one day as I really start to build my brand. Just not right now, because I got it. You know, I devote so much. This takes up so much time as it is just between two channels. Adding 3 is just not the wave currently. Lawrence, thank you so much for the dono, my man. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really does mean a lot. Thank you kindly. Mets are going to have to make some hard decisions on Dom with no DH. I know. How do you feel about Dom for Bryant? I don't want to see Dom for Bryant. I really don't. Even if the Mets don't have a DH, I can't be sold on that. What would the most realistic blockbuster trade look like if the Mets were to make another one? Again, it all depends if they land Bauer or not. But I will be having a video up tomorrow that very well could be a possibility for the Mets, which is something that they don't need to worry about the Bauer situation or not really to figure out. So I will have a big video out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Mets are going to have to make some hard decisions. Oh, I answered that right, yep. If Rojas doesn't do good this year, let's say as Mets manager, I want Paulo Duca. I love Paulo Duca. Paulo Duca, he doesn't anymore. I made a new Twitter, but my old Twitter, Paulo Duca, followed me on Twitter. That was pretty cool. Paul's the man. I wouldn't be against him. Robert with the dono too. Thank you so much, Robert. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Robert as well. Hype in the chat for Robert, guys. Hype in the chat for both of you. Thank you all so much for the donos. That does mean a lot, guys. Thank you kindly. Thank you so much. I saw something no Mets fans saw. I saw Joe Lowry in a playoff game. Oh my God. That's for the Cyclones. That is the comment of the year right there, the Rev Heads. That's hysterical. And Robert, thank you so much again for the donation, my friend. Do you remember when Sandy Alderson told everyone that Luis Rojas would return to the Mets in 2011? Yes, I do. I was watching that live. Pika might be traded before Dom. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope neither of them will be traded. How about that? Found your account when the Lindor trade. You have some great videos. Keep you up. Thank you kindly, Joe. I really appreciate that. Happy to have you here. You, Fuzzy, and Mark are the 3 best MLB YouTubers on cap. Well, that's very sweet of you. I really appreciate that, my man. You know, hopefully one day I can get on their level. That'd be amazing. So, gonna take some grinding, but I'm all for it. When the season starts, will you watch the games on live stream? Of course I will. Can you run for manager if Rojas gets fired? I'm waiting on the Mets to call me as we speak. I bet when the Steelers were 12-0, you had them winning the Super Bowl. No, I didn't, Dan. I only watched one game for the Steelers season at that point because I wasn't planning to follow them this year. I didn't think that things would be strong. And let alone when I started following them heavily this year, they went on the losing streak. So I'm the issue. I've only seen heartbreak as a Steelers fan, unfortunately. I watched them barely when they won in 2009, but I was still a little kid at the time. And then I watched them heavily when they lost to the Packers and, in 2011. I've had an unfortunate history as a Steelers fan. Down for Suarez. It would make sense, but it would pain me so much. How would you feel if the Mets give David Wright the manager spot? I would love it. I would, but I don't think Wright's going to be back with the Mets anytime soon. Do I want Bryant on the Mets? I would love Bryant on the Mets. I really would. And it makes you wonder if Bryant's more of a realistic option right now with Scion going to the Jays at all. Have I heard about the baseball hut? I have. Yeah, I know. I know he's another Mets YouTuber out there. Is there any reason why Theo hasn't said anything about the Cubs situation? I don't know. Maybe he'll bring more clarity once he signs in a higher executive role with the Mets. Wink, wink. Oh, I know. I don't know heartbreak. Jets Mets fans stand up. Again, all to you Jets fans. Trust me, all to you. I wish you nothing but the best. Wardy for GM one day. I'm gonna wipe the floor with these previous GM. Brody won't even know what hit him. Right? I hope we get over this COVID stuff soon. I would like to take a trip to St. Louis when the Mets play. Yeah, I would love that too. I've never been to Port St. Lucie for the Mets. I would love to do that. Who would you be willing to give up for Bryant? I would say Nimmo and JD. Yes, absolutely, Matthew. I think that makes a lot of sense. This NYC teacher is going to bed. No problem, Jordan. Have a great night and good luck with everything. Shout out to Manhattan Center for Science and Mathematics. Awesome, buddy. Again, happy to have you here. Have a great night. Thank you for what you're doing. Jays and Mets were front runners for Bryant supposedly yesterday, and now Jays have their infield set. So I know. I know. And Eric, I appreciate the kind words. It really does mean a lot, guys. Again, so happy to have all you here. Guys, we're what? Like 9 likes away from 350. Please help us get to 250. Please help us get to 250 likes, guys. The goal was to try to get by 300 by the end of the stream. We have right around 15 minutes left here, but any of that would really be appreciated, guys. It helps with the algorithm and definitely just means a lot. Knicks 9th seed, actually. What about the Knicks now? Bauer, Arenado, and JBJ, I'm good to go. I'll inject into my veins, Edward. Dom for Bryant and Hendricks. I really wouldn't want to, Ben. But if the Mets weren't having a DH, it would be something you would think about. But again, that would hurt. Thoughts on Jose Quintana going to the Angels? Makes sense for the Angels. They need rotation depth. But he's obviously not going to take them over the hump. He does bring depth, though. Bryant to the Jays still makes sense. Jays could include Toyas in the trade. No, they could. Bryant still is a possibility of the Jays. I'm not saying it's not. Do you think Theo would leave MLB office for Cohen? Yes, I do. I've been on the Theo ride since he left the Cubs. I think Theo will land with the Mets with a minority stake in ownership over the next year or two. That is my personal belief. Do I think something could happen tonight, Elliot? No, I don't. At a quarter to midnight, I don't. Okay, what's this obsession with trading Dom Smith? No, I know. I'm not obsessed with trading Dom Smith. I'm not. Trust me. The belief, though, I will understand is that if the Mets don't have a DH, he might be more susceptible. I found your channel today during your live stream. Keep up. Oh, thank you kindly, Ethan. I really appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you so much. Arenado is definitely not coming to the Mets. Most likely acquisitions, Bauer, Bryant, Suarez. Johnny, never say never. Every time that we say definitely is or isn't, that has not held true this offseason. So again, just telling you, if that comes back to bite you, don't be surprised. I've got pop. No problem, Josh. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Have a great night. I'm not trading Dom, Michael. I'm not trading Dom. I'm not. Ramos will now play perfect D. What? No, he won't. That's funny. That'd be so funny. That would be funny, though. Your dream is to buy the lottery and buy 2% of the Mets? That's a realistic dream. I like that dream. I want that dream too. Do you think the Mariners cornered the Mets? They said choose between Kalanick or McNeil. I think the Mets just made a stupid decision in that trade to begin with, and I don't want to reminisce about it. Who the fuck disliked it? People were always going to dislike. I'm not perfect, guys. I can't expect everyone to like me. I don't know. But buy the Wilson's shares in the Mets. All right, guys, I think that's the goal for this YouTube channel, to build it enough to make enough revenue where I can buy a stake in the Mets ownership. That way we can all be a voice together. Dom is not the player we saw in 2020. He overachieved due to short. Granted, I don't think that he overachieved too much, however, though, Donnie. I think he took advantage. And I think he can still continue to be a very strong player. I think Dom is only getting better. I want another big name on our Mets. So do I, Ray, and I think it's going to happen. Live streaming tomorrow. Yes, Frank, live streaming tomorrow for sure. Bring back Omar. Minaya is back, Lawrence. Omar Minaya is back in an advisory role, I believe. Just happened over the past 48 hours, actually. The baseball hut will be the first base coach. What makes you say that? I meant Will Pons. No problem. Luke out here with the very intelligent comment here. I appreciate. Dislike is pointless. Polite criticism is in chat. It is good, but not everyone's going to do that. And thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you kindly. Talking Mets with Hayden will be the pitching coach. Oh, okay. So we're doing... I gotcha. I see where you're going with this. Yes, Matt. You know what I would do? If I did, I would buy the Yanks and do the same thing that Jeter did to the Marlins. Blow them up. That's what I would do. I'm the master of sabotage here. Can't you see? Did you hear about Cohen losing money with the GameStop stock? No, I did not hear about that, Joe. I'll gladly look it up, though. Travis Shaw as a bench piece isn't bad, but I don't think the Mets are going to go after him. Mothman, I'll take that. I will gladly be the GM of the Mets. I would gladly do that. Dom in the left isn't much better than Todd Hundley there. I mean, I know Dom is not stellar in left. We know this. He's not a natural left fielder. Almora is solid at center, but he's not a guy that you want as your everyday center fielder. And have a great night, Isaiah. Again, I really appreciate you guys being here. We have just over 10 minutes here on the stream, guys. So again, I really do appreciate all of you here. Please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. As always, if you're new to the Mets channel, help us get a 3.5K subscribers. It really mean a lot. And help us get a 300 likes by the end of the stream. I know we probably won't get there, but again, I really appreciate you all so much. Wishing Davey Johnson a speedy recovery from COVID. Oh, I didn't even see that he got COVID. Here, guys, bear with me, though. I have to go grab something. I'll be right back, guys. We have around 10 minutes left, so let me know your final thoughts in the chat as we round things up. I'll be right back. And we are back. Okay. What's up? Papa chocolate milk. Chocolate milk make... What's going on? What are we talking about? Chocolate milk makes pain go away. Yo, this is the funniest shit. I'm not even like, I can't even hold back. I just thought that was... Scooter, what is up, my man? We have 10 minutes left in the stream. That is literally the funniest thing I've ever walked into reading a comment on. That made my night. That is so funny. Thank you so much for whatever that conversation is. What you do, Beatty, Peterson, and Familia for Bryant and Hendricks? No, you do not involve Beatty in that deal. The Mets should be able to make that deal without a top 5 prospect. They can do it for Lindor. There's no reason why they can't for Bryant, who's not nearly on the same level as Lindor as an overall player. Wow, wait, no problem, Nexus. I'll be live streaming tomorrow in the afternoon too, so appreciate that, Cameron. Same to you, my friend. Means a lot. You can't have Dom in left and Nimmo in center. Too much defensive liability. I mean, I believe that. I believe that's the case. Could the bats be good enough to overcome the defense? Possibly, but it's still a worry. Hear me out. Why would the Mets need Trevor Bauer? They don't need Trevor Bauer, but they want Trevor Bauer. Let's put it that way. They already have a solid righty number 2 in Louise Yorme. That's fine. I love Yorme. What did he miss, Daniel? We're just basically rounding out more on Trevor Bauer and everything with the offseason, just answering more questions on the offseason, the Mets options, Daniel. We're going to be wrapping things up in around 8 minutes here. So getting everyone's final thoughts, and as always, Beatty should be considered untouchable. I agree. I agree, Scooter. I think the only exception is if the Mets get like a long-term third base. That would be the only exception. As long as it ain't like middle school chocolate milk. Milk. Fun fact. I tried milk in school for the first time. I think it was either kindergarten or first grade. I sipped it. I didn't like it. I never drank milk in school again. Throughout my entire time in elementary, middle, and high school, never drank a carton of milk in school. You also missed the chocolate milk talk. I did, clearly, and it was very entertaining just from the small snippet I saw. Yo, what's up, Isaiah? I'm glad you're back. We got a couple more minutes in here, so everyone get your final thoughts in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, as always, guys. And then trust me, when I'm going to be getting out of here, I have a good video that I need to work on tonight, so that's why I'm going to be getting out of here. Did you see what I said earlier about hater? Yes, I did, Daniel. I didn't get a chance to reply to you. I apologize. Things have just been very busy. Yes, no, I appreciate that. And it will go very in hand with tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. Start bench cut to Degrom, Lindor. Oh, my God. Why are you making me say that? I'm not even gonna entertain that, Ben, because they're all going to be starting together. All right? No way. Yo, hot take hockey. You did not. That is funny as hell. Thank you so much, John, my man. Yo, that is so kind. Thank you kindly. Shout out to John from Hot Take Hockey for doing a raid here real quick. Thank you so much. He must have just finished his live stream, or he's about to. Yo, thank you so much, John. That's very kind of you. My man. My man. Thank you so much. That was very, very nice. John, what is up, buddy? What's up? Thank you for the raid. What's up, my guy? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Very, very kind. Especially coming from cross-platform onto a different sport. That's really... Yeah, John from Hot Take Hockey. If you guys like hockey content, he's one of the best out there. That was very, very kind. Thank you again, John. You're the man. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you kindly, buddy. Yeah, no, Sugano went back to Japan, and I didn't believe that at first. Oh, no, shout out to you, John. Thank you so much, my man. That was very nice. That was very, very nice. I really do appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, no, all you guys are very nice. Thank you all so much who just chimed in. That was very kind of you all. Fuzzy's still here. Fuzzy's still not here. No, he left a little bit ago. But, shout out to John again for the raid. I really do appreciate that. Mike, what's up, buddy? If we lose Bauer, I swear I'm drinking chocolate milk and laying a fly. Yo, stop. Do you think someone got robbed this year in Hall of Fame vote? I think everyone did, Nexus. It was a joke of Hall of Fame voting. Oh, of course, John, cheers to you as well, buddy. Have a great night. I hope that your streams went well, as always. Mets favor for Bauer. It seems that way, Kenny. It really does. It really does. Are we still on this chocolate milk talk, guys? Like, what are you talking about? Tim Tebow in center field for the future? Oh, absolutely. I'm not on Facebook currently, no, Daniel, but I do plan on making one sooner rather than later. Have a great night, James. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. Giving up on Rags Array, bro. Okay, we gotta figure it out though. Oh no, I'm not giving up on the Rangers, Mike. Don't worry. I'm upset with them. I'm not giving up on them. I live streamed the game earlier, so. Odorizzi and JBJ, Barron and JBJ. No, I respectfully disagree. I respect your opinion, however, though. I see that. It also seemed like we were favorites for Springer also, though. No, you're right, Matthew. You're right. And something fell through there during that time. So again, time will tell. I'll let time do the talking. I'm doing great, Andrew. I hope you're doing well too, my friend. I'm, again, so happy to have all you lovely Mets fans here, as always. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. I will. Bauer drag. Well, of course he's going to drag it out. This is the biggest decision of his career. Scooter, thank you so much for the dono. Hype in the chat for my man Scooter. Thank you so much. Don't drink chocolate milk from school. School chocolate make up pain. You're funny. Shout out to my man Scooter for the dono. Thank you kindly, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hype in the chat for Scooter, guys, in the last minute. Please, guys, get some hype in the chat. Thank you all so much for the donos, though. It really does mean a lot. You're all very too kind. And, guys, we're going to be wrapping up the stream just here in a second. I'm going to wrap it up the only way I know how. But, again, I hope you all are having a great night. Thank you all so much for the stream. Smash that like and subscribe button. As always, if you're new to the Mets channel and you want to see more consistent Mets content like this, it really does mean a lot and go a long way. Leo, again, you chime in right as we're ending the stream, bro. I'm sorry. We're literally just finishing the stream, bro. That's funny. But have a great night, guys. But stay tuned. I'm going to end this the only way I know how. But thank you all so much. And trust me, I'm going to answer more questions tomorrow. I'll be doing another live stream tomorrow in the afternoon. But have a great night, guys. Before you go, the only way I know how.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets of New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball club, the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell! Give 'em a hand! And let 'em know you're rooting in the stand. Come on and meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and